I'm gonna keep it real. This is one of the more tougher videos that I've made about RE9 Requiem. I know I made the Leon Theory videos, but I stood on it and have a strong belief in whether if his story ends in a good way or a bad way. With this video, I'm just straight up not sure what to think really. The bigger question for me about this game, or video obviously, is that what virus are we facing? Is it something new? Is it something that is returning to the series, or dare I say, both? From the enemies that we have seen in the trailer, there's not much we can really go off of. The Hag BOW could be something new, or let alone somebody we are familiar with. The virus this monster carries as of right now is completely unknown. As for this zombie, we can talk about the T-virus easily. However, I want to talk about this guy. To me, this is the most important person we can discuss in terms of what we are facing, and we may have an idea. The reason why I think his hoodie is down isn't because of this character that we know of. Plus, I think none of the characters we know are too stupid to get infected like this guy. Because even if we go back to Jill being controlled by Wesker for years, she saved Chris's life and to possibly end hers for his sake. She made a sacrificial decision, and she would probably do it 10 times out of 10. I think you would have to write something extremely convincing like that event for us to believe any of the RE characters we know to be this serial killer or BOW. And another thing I have to talk about involving this guy is this image. Normal BOWs just don't do this whatsoever, and it's crazy because I've never seen an infected person, or just again a BOW, kill somebody or try to kill somebody by suffocation with a plastic bag. I've never seen it before. I think for a very good portion of the beginning of Requiem, he will be an important part of the game and may provide a ton of explanation, and the reason why I say that is because he reminds me, just based off of his look for now, is this guy or Soldier. I think the reason why we didn't see his face whatsoever is because if we saw it completely, a mystery would be solved. Capcom has a very bad tendency of leaving these cliffhangers to dry, and we get no sort of continuation towards them. Jessica and Raymond working for Tricell, Alex Wesker still living in Natalia's consciousness and mind, and now we have the BSAA using BOWs, and there may be a chance we don't get anything in RE9. But it can go both ways regardless, and I think it's all going to depend on this BOW. Maybe he was the one who killed Alyssa, and is killing all of these agents and whatnot, but again, I know my theories can go off the rails. I think there is a deeper meaning to this person, and there may be a chance that he's not the only one in this hotel, or dare I say anywhere in terms of where we will be playing this game. And what I mean is that there may be more than one. If we go back to RE Village, we thought they were normal soldiers rappelling down to invade the village, and then the plot twist about it being BOWs. Again, you don't really see anything involving normal bioweapons doing that shit, and let alone the suffocation in the trailer, which leads me to believe we will be facing something new. Also, I know this is crazy to say, but I just firmly believe this guy is bald. Just like the BOW that Chris saw at the end of Village. If he has some sort of a hairline, you'll probably want me to be the last person you want to speak of Resident Evil theories. Maybe I already am to some people, I don't know. But we are kind of familiar with it despite us seeing only so little of it, if that makes sense. Now again, let's go back to the zombified cop. I think this is going to be the base enemy, which I really wanted to be the T-Virus to come back, and maybe it mutated or evolved since the events of Raccoon City. But even then, we've seen it come back in CGI movies like Resident Evil Death Island. I wouldn't be against it whatsoever, and it would be nice since we will be playing as Grace, and it's a great base enemy because of how green she is in combat. Yes, she has capabilities, but in terms of the legacy characters, they can just kick the head off of them, and that's it. There's no tension or fear factor. That discussion is honestly for another video, so ultimately, I think we are facing multiple viruses. I'm going to be dead wrong in the next few months possibly, but I'm also thinking to myself that we may see some combination of the T-Virus or the G-Virus, and also whatever this new virus is involving the hooded figure. I feel like I'm in the middle of when it comes to the mold, that being, I'm not going to be surprised if we are facing it again, or some variation of it, or if we are done with it. I'm fine either way. A part of me believes that the Mega Mycete is done because of the events of Village. There's only one way in my opinion that could have the mold tied into this game, and it actually involves the guy in the chair. Many believe it's Spencer, I believe it's Brandon Bailey. I think the connections are going to have a role in this game, and I know I sound all over the place right now because, again, I don't know what to expect when it comes to this virus. I legit have no idea. Also, I need to clarify this again because I made a poll involving this topic, and some people are still not aware of what really happened in Raccoon City, so listen very carefully. Raccoon City was not nuked. In the lore, it is confirmed that the US government used a thermobaric bomb, and not thermonuclear. That means there is no radiation whatsoever. It's just that the US government and Resident Evil perceived it or deemed it to be that way. which is why nobody went back there. So if there are people saying that radiation is going to have a key factor into how these monsters are, you are mistaken unless Capcom retcons something again. Also, I'm going to quickly complain here. What's the point of these cliffhangers if you're just not going to do anything with them? I really hope they give us an explanation or let alone something involving the ending of Village, but we'll see if they don't. I kind of want them to stop doing it altogether, I'm not going to lie, if they're just going to continue to leave these to dry. So to conclude this video, and again I apologize for being all over the place, I think we will be facing multiple viruses or a combination of two viruses fused to make one new one. Honestly, in hindsight, it kind of sounds silly. I think it's all going to depend on the hooded figure and also the zombie cop. Well, probably not the cop, but more so the hooded figure. Again, we've seen a lot, but only so little. I hope the Spotlight will maybe mention something involving this topic, but maybe we could get something in August, or we'll have to wait for a very long time. Regardless, I really like making these videos to drive discussion and to keep the hype around, I guess, and even if I'm right or wrong, I'm not going to make it seem like the end of the world for me. So yeah, I have a sense of enjoyment getting my theories out there for you guys to listen to, even if you agree with them or not. And even though they might not even be my theories, because the community has been going crazy about them though, so, you know, I'm not the inventor. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, who knows. Let me know in the comments if you guys think we will be getting the T-Virus back or something new. A multitude of viruses, it's up in the air. I'm not sure what we will get, but those, in my opinion, are the best possible candidates from what I've seen so far. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it to help reach the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the near future. And as always, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, and much love.